So, in order to try and explain a little bit about what it means to build out your brand ecosystem, I'm going to be firing questions at Mill. I was a TV producer. I now run our product based business. I don't come from a branding background. But when we first had the idea for Irregular Sleep Pattern, our product business, remember we were sitting in the garden. We had, I mean, this was the like day one. We had huge bits of paper and we were mapping out various things, weren't we, to
Yeah.
try and kind of. So first of all, we tested the idea. Was that right?
Yeah, and you test the idea. I mean, this is really, really important. Is that lots of people think, oh, I really enjoy doing this thing, and a few people have said, oh, that's really great. You should make that into a business. The first thing that you need to do is to see who else is doing stuff like that. Are you different enough? You know, it's about understanding, is there an audience for it? And that's pretty much one of the first things that we did, was to look at the whole. Our business is in sleepwear and bedding. That's where it started. So we started immediately looking at everything else that we could on the market and trying to see if anyone else was doing kind of stuff that we wanted to do. Because if there are lots of people doing the things that you already want to do, you're already putting yourself at a disadvantage. So it's just about being strategic and
Yeah,
thinking,
but
do
you
we
need
want
a
to
point.
invest in this?
And also it can help you figure out what your point of difference is. So
Yeah.
that'll be one aspect of the module. You have worksheets and ways of doing this.
Yeah.
What was next?
I think that once we had an idea for,
We could see we had a niche.
yeah, we kind of identified a little niche, and then quite quickly we started to think about, although I'm a product designer, I hadn't actually designed any of the stuff that we would make, but we knew that it would have to have a name. So we spent a bit of time trying to think about a name that would kind of encapsulate the values, the things that we had in mind. So we actually had some sort of characteristics that we wanted our brands to have, almost as if it was a person. How would you describe them? How would we want to be described? And I think quite quickly we hit upon the name Irregular Sleep Pattern, which was funny and a big mouthful, but people who, and it's got the word pattern in it, and so everything kind of it makes sense to people who get it, and people who don't get it, we've kind of made a joke of saying, well, if you don't get it, it's probably not for you, and that's proven to be correct. So actually spending a bit of time understanding the values, and then that even informed the name, and then the nature of how we would apply the name. But the word irregular was so important for us because it's allowed us to actually use that as a kind of guiding light for everything that we do. So, you know, not just the things that we make and sell, but the way that we choose to sell it, the way that we
How we
market,
show up online.
Yeah. How we market and sell it, and our packaging, and whenever we're doing a sort of an in-person event or in environments, it kind of informs everything. It allows us to kind of understand it has to be irregular. So for us, that's been a really, really important sort of like a guiding star.